Just a technical note here before we jump into everything. At about the 40-minute mark on this episode, we lose the second stereo channel. I'm not entirely certain what happened. All of the audio from there is complete, just, lacking the second channel. Just so you're aware. Again, I'm not terribly certain what happened, and I do apologize for any inconvenience or any irritation this might cause. Just a quick note before we begin this week. As I'm sure you've noticed, Brendan has not been able to return to play Zahn, and Megan has been very helpfully standing in for him for the last several weeks, but due to some continued scheduling conflicts, Brendan won't be able to return to play Zahn, and the group and I decided that instead of having Megan continue playing a character she didn't make, we would find a way to build a new character and integrate that new character into the campaign. So, starting with this episode, where you will meet the new character and onward, Megan will be playing her own character, and we're very happy to welcome her permanently to the group. I think it will be a grand adventure and a grand time. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. Hey there, and welcome back to A Conspiracy of Gods, a custom 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign written and produced by me, DeRay. I'm your DM, and we're about to meet the players. But before we do, I want to offer a very special thank you to Matthew Wexler, the exceptionally talented man that recorded the music you'll hear in this episode and all of the other ones. They were tracks composed specifically for us here at A Conspiracy of Gods, and we are very thankful. Now, let's get back to those players, shall we?
Hi, I'm Chris. I play a dwarf cleric named Calcifer Forged Under the Mountain.
Hi, my name is Casey. I play Strathiel Urudir, a druidic elf.
Hi, my name is Joel. I play Fitzwilliam Halifax. He is a gnomish bard, which means he runs around, plays power chords, and shouts at people.
He's also a halfling.
Oh, sorry, halfling. Yeah, I know my character.
I am Megan, and I'll be playing Solis Galanadel, the Elven Ranger.
Tree spirit! Yay!
I'm just a tree. I play a tree.
You are a dryad. You're definitely
No, not a dryad. I'm a tree. I'm just a regular tree.
I
am Groot.
Alright.
So, last week, you guys got to Coruscant, you got into the tower amid, the cheering and the jubilation, and people were pretty happy that Sarathiel was around. So you went up into the Black Tower, the seat of power in the Thanish Kingdom Empire, all of the things that Thaneland has ever been. You met with the Grand Master, one of 2 Grand Masters, named Yastin Mai, who told you that the amulets you had found were relics of the First Empire, and that the tower had 2 of them, and the other 3 were missing, and Fitzwilliam showed her the 2 that you guys have found, and she kind of freaked out and started investigating things. She also asked Sarathiel on a date.
It was cute as fuck.
Sarathiel accepted. You guys then went and met with the Red Hand, and Sarathiel got chewed out for a good couple minutes by Captain Alnith, who is a half-orc, half-tiefling, and in the end, you guys were all invited to basically stay in the quarters of the Red Hand, and you guys kind of hung out. Calcifer went out on the town, got into what was it, 7 different bar fights?
Yep.
Yeah.
Something like that.
There were only 8 bars.
7 different bar fights. Met Captain Olmeth at the last bar.
He did.
She took him to an underground fighting arena. He ended up actually successfully defeating a bugbear opponent. Captain Olmeth then took him back to the tower, offered to spar with him herself, and then they did a little more than sparring. Zahn.
The soft one was. Yep.
Zahn heard a knock on his door in the night and met with another member of the Red Hand named Yados, the tiefling of the Red Hand, who invited Zahn out for the night. They went to several bookstores, wandered around the city. It was all very cute. They went back to Zahn's room, and some rope got involved with the rest of the night. And meanwhile, Sarathiel and Yastin were out sitting on a hill where Yastin had made a beautiful dinner for the two of them. They laid out under the stars, and then they did some other things.
The date rundown is the most important part of this.
The next morning, everyone kind of met in the mess hall. And after breakfast, Calcifer and Olmeth went back to do more sparring, and those were air quotes that no one else could see.
We could hear them, don't worry.
Sarathiel went through the tower's library, discovering that the human names for their creators were the Mistress of Threads and the Lord of Plains, but the gnomes and other educated folk named them Baliok and Luliander, which was a bit of a revelation. Zahn met with the Master of Alchemy and agreed to basically join the tower at some point in the future. And Calcifer had himself a rather disturbing vision about, well, possibly the end of the world. Not super certain, but some bad shit's going down. And on top of everything, the group, well, Sarathiel mainly, found out that the Red Hand is being sent beyond the Palon Wall on what will probably be a suicide mission. At the end of the last session, you guys went back up to the tower with Yastin, who was telling you about some magical instability that was caused. It was not natural instability in the land across the Palon Wall. However, as she was doing so, a gnome arrived in the top tower chamber. And that gnome dropped 2 gems. And Fitzwilliam, thinking quickly, summoned an unseen servant to try and catch the sapphire. But as that unseen servant grabbed the sapphire, it passed through the servant's hand, and Fitzwilliam, being linked to your unseen servant, you felt that sapphire actually, disintegrate your unseen servant's hand. And both of these gems cracked, exploded, and you're now trapped in the tower chamber with an air elemental and a shadow demon. And before we get started, Fitzwilliam, I want you to take a point of inspiration for your use of Unseen Servant.
Hey.
Which was super creative, and I liked it a lot. Alright, I need initiative.
Okay.
Zahn got an 8.
Okay. 1 second. Zahn,
6.
Zahn. 8. Sarathiel, 6.
Fitzwilliam got a 14.
Okay. Fitzwilliam got a 14. Calcifer.
Say it again, babe.
Chris.
I got a 3.
3. Man, this is not looking good for you guys.
Also, cool facts, which I did not know. Dre made these icons in Photoshop.
Well,
So
that's not entirely true. I found pictures and then I photoshopped them so they would actually look half decent.
I was going to say, because I know mine is from the 3.5 Player's Handbook.
Yep.
Yay, you made them.
you made them.
All right. As this happens, Yastin, who is standing behind the 4 of you, says to you, "Do y'all trust me? I need you to make sure they don't get to me." And,
Okay. Sergio's already on this shit.
and she kind of leaps over the desk and she runs up to that diamond-shaped teardrop that you guys see in the center of the room. And then it is the Shadow Demon's turn. Because the Shadow Demon rolled on that 20. Which is unfortunate for you guys, because that means he has advantage on its first attack. Alright.
Can I move
Are y'all hearing
Justin
Megan?
since she specifically asked people to protect her?
No, we weren't hearing Megan. And sure.
Heck yeah. So Sarathiel moves and she's standing in between Yastin and the stuff.
Okay.
No, it's on.
Hey, hi Megan. We can hear you now.
Been here the whole time.
Alright. This Shadow Demon is
An
going
asshole.
to... It can feel Calcifer's holy energy, and it's going to flap its wings, and it's going to move over to Calcifer, and it's going to swipe its shadowy claws at Calcifer, obviously. And that is a total of 15.
And misses.
All right. Roll a d4.
3.
All right. So this shadow demon rakes its claws across your armor, and you see it kind of reel backward. And the claws that it swiped across your armor are sizzling.
Excellent.
Next up is the air elemental. Who is
Question now, is it the outer armor or is this Thor's armor?
This is Thor's armor.
Okay.
I kind of assumed you didn't put on the outer armor because it did literally nothing other than weigh you down.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is the air elemental, who is...
Going to turn in a circle.
Yes.
It's going to see a magic butterfly and follow it.
It turns in a circle, and then it's going to float over to Sarathiel, who is standing next to Yastin, as Yastin does whatever it is she's doing with that diamond teardrop. And then it's going to basically attempt to slam its entire body into you.
Cool.
The first one is a 13.
That hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's going to deal... That's going to deal 10 damage.
Cool.
Second one also hits.
Fun.
And that's going to deal 13 damage.
Well, I'm beyond bloodied.
Can I repair damage?
On your turn,
This can repair.
you can toss her a healing potion.
Okay.
And that'll be a bonus. So this is bludgeoning damage, so you're not actually bleeding. You just probably have some cracked ribs.
Cool.
Next,
there might be internal bleeding, but
yeah. Next up is Fitzwilliam.
okay. Is there anything I can see on the tables about the room that could be useful?
Not unless you're going to throw a book at someone.
So it's all books, basically.
And notes,
Holy.
and pens, and things of that nature.
Okay.
It looked like
Well.
Yastin was deep in research, so...
I guess what I'll do is I will fire my crossbow at the shadow demon.
Okay. 1 second to turn back to our demon friend. What'd you roll?
That is a 16.
That will do damage.
Okay. So, D8. 4. That's a 4.
Alright. So you see this bolt kind of pass through the shadow demon, and it doesn't look like it deals very much damage at all. Next up is Zahn.
Okay. Well, I've got this, I don't know if it's a potion or what, but in Zahn's notes it says repair damage, can repair construct, HP healing equals 1d8 plus intelligence.
That only works on constructs, unfortunately. It's a spell.
The fuck the construct?
Yeah, your furtive filcher's hiding under a table.
It means like something like a robot, something that isn't magical or isn't living, but was given like some sort of life
Exactly.
mimicking magic.
Exactly.
It's a healing potion over to Sarathiel then.
All right, Sarathiel, roll a dex check. Not a
Catch this
roll.
bitch.
6.
You fumble it, but you manage to slow it down enough that when it hits the ground, it doesn't break.
Okay. Can I drink that now, or
It's going to be on your turn.
okay?
And
All right.
yeah, we'll get to that. So that's a bonus action for Zahn. So is there something else you want to do?
Well, let's see. I think these guys are too far away.
You can also move.
Yeah, you can. 30 feet.
Is movement my action?
No.
This edge of the room.
Okay.
How far are you? Yeesh. Yes, screw the alchemical shit. Come on. No, yeah, I will. Going to attempt to toss the alchemical acid
Okay.
at the air elemental.
All right. So
Shit.
roll.
I'm gonna toss it right
Toss it at.
Yeah.
there-ish.
The acid only affects a 5-foot range, so it wouldn't hit Sarathiel unless you really, really miss.
Really, really not miss.
Yeah. All right. So roll a d20, and you will be adding dexterity plus 4.
You'll be fine.
The dexterity's 3.
Mm-hmm. So you'd be adding 7.
Oh. All right, well, 16 and 7. Somebody math for me.
That hits. So go ahead and roll acid damage.
Come back. What am I rolling? 2d6?
I believe
Plus dex?
so. Yes.
It is a 4 total.
Okay. Hang on.
And the second is an 8 total.
You only get to attack once. Oh,
No, it says 2d6.
yes. So when you do that, you roll the 2d6 and then you add.
Well, 5 and 1 is 6 plus 3
Okay.
is 9.
Okay. So you do 9 acid damage.
Apologies.
No worries. Next up is Sarathiel, and I've gotta look up the stats for a panther. This is when you need your own monster manual.
I have a question real quick.
Okay.
Sarathiel and Yatsum. Where is Yatsum located?
Yastin is standing, so you see the altar in the middle of the map? That's where she's standing. She's on that altar. She's doing something with the diamond teardrop there.
Does drinking the health potion count as my entire action, or is it a bonus, or what?
Bonus action. So basically what I'm going to say is at the cost of all of your movement, you can pick it up and drink it.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Casey, do you have something to write stuff down with?
I was just going to type it, but yeah.
Okay. Typing is fine. So your bite attack as a panther is plus 4 to hit, and it's 1d6 plus 2 damage. Your claw attack is also plus 4 to hit, and it's 1d4 plus 2 damage. And if you need actual like stats, I will tell you what those are.
Okay.
As the need arises. So.
What? You said these were in the monster manual, right?
Yeah.
The online 5e monster manual doesn't have a panther, at least what I'm looking at.
I literally just looked it up in my monster manual. So.
Is it under something else?
It's under just beasts.
Okay, so I drink the health potion.
Mm-hmm.
What do I...
So, health potion. Give me a second, I have to look it up.
Just going to say, Sarathiel, I need you to take about 3 steps back.
3 steps back.
Well, I'm sacrificing all of my movement to not be at 5 hit points, so...
That seems fair. 1 common health potion is 2d4 plus 2 healing.
Okay. I assume I roll them, not Megan?
Yes.
Cool. 4.
Wow.
I've been rolling really poorly.
Alright, so...
I got some pretty okay rolls so far.
Sarathiel downs that health potion. She gets up to, 9 health points?
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to bite the air elemental. First I'm not going to do that as Sarathiel. I'm going to cast Wild Shape and then turn into a panther and then bite the air elemental.
King is back. No, it's not. Alright, so Sarathiel turns herself into a panther and roll attack.
Okay. That's strength, right?
Yeah, it's plus 4 to hit.
Right. That's a 18.
That'll hit.
And that's 7 damage.
Okay. So you take a bite out of this air elemental, and you get a mouthful of air, and you pull away, and it doesn't seem to have done a terrible lot. Next up is Calcifer.
Okay. I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds on the dragon in front of me.
You're going to cast what on the one in front of you?
Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
1.
So what does that do?
Make a melee spell attack against a creature that you can reach.
Mm-hmm.
On a hit, the target damage takes 3d10 necrotic damage.
Nice. Make your attack.
When you said that the thing didn't... Does it look like I didn't do damage to the air elemental, or...
I said it didn't look like you did much damage to the air elemental.
Okay.
So, Calcifer, what is your attack? What's your attack roll?
Okay, so the melee attack.
You cut out, Chris.
I know, hold on. Probably missed. Oh,
What'd you roll?
13.
That'll hit.
So then I do 3d10. Nine
9 total.
total.
All right. So you see this necrotic magic slam into the shadow demon, and it starts eating away, but it stops before you thought it would. Now we're
Okay.
back to the top of the order. And as all of this is going on, all of you kind of feel the air start crackling around you. It's beginning to get energized, it seems. And Calcifer, Fitzwilliam, and Zahn, you can all see that diamond teardrop is beginning to glow as Yastin continues doing whatever it is she's doing. Sarathiel, this is behind you, so you can't. The shadow demon is unhappy with Calcifer. And it is going to try and claw him again. And that's going to not hit you. Roll a d4.
3 again.
All right. So this shadow demon claws at you again, and once again, as its claws strike your armor, they sizzle and it pulls away as though it's been hurt. Next up is the air elemental, who...
We should have really pissed off by now.
yeah, unhappy. All right, and it's going to start spinning, and it spins faster and faster and faster and faster. And I need Sarathiel to make a strength saving throw.
16.
All right. Okay. So you hang on. So you take 9 damage as this thing just buffets you with air hard enough to break walls.
Hey, what up? I'm unconscious.
You do manage, however, before you fall unconscious, to hold on to the ground. You, sink your panther claws into the stone as hard as you can, and you manage to hang on. And you are
Well, I'm not a panther anymore because I'm unconscious.
So you're buffeted with air as this elemental spins, and Sarathiel falls unconscious. Next up is Fitzwilliam.
Shit. I think I have an idea here.
Okay.
I hope that this works. I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force on the Shadow Demon.
Okay.
Wait. No. I was thinking that I could possibly change the type of damage, but it's always going to be psychic. Instead, I'm just going to throw out a Vicious Mockery at the air elemental.
Okay. And that's a wisdom save, right?
Yes.
Well, they're not super at wisdom.
Good.
That's a 7.
Okay, it takes damage, and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
Okay, what kind of damage and how much?
It is psychic damage,
Okay.
and it is taking 5.
5. All right.
5 psychic damage.
And what is your mockery, sir?
Good lord, how can you bear to look at yourself in the mirror?
I don't know that it knows what a mirror is.
It doesn't matter, it's the tone.
It does now.
Next up is Zahn.
All right. We can't control Puddle fuck spreads, right?
That is correct.
Magical.
Yeah, it just eats magical energy.
Do you have any radiant damage?
Not that I can see on this sheet.
No, Zahn doesn't.
Why do you want radiant damage so much?
Well, it's a shadow demon.
I was going to try and get the air elemental to stop spinning.
It has. It's stopped spinning. Yeah.
Okay. But I also don't know either to Sarathiel or to the altar.
That is true.
So I better not. Adding fire to an air elemental is a smart idea.
Yeah, let's make a fire tornado.
I could, it's just probably not prudent.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it is so pointless to try and bludgeon an air elemental.
Do you have any other types of damage available at all?
Alchemical fire, a crossbow, a mace. The abilities here.
Resource, yeah.
To cast the acid again, can I?
Yeah, you have 2 acid potions. Sure.
You're willing to work with me.
Yes, I try. So that's a... Oh, yeah. Either way, it's a d20 plus 7, so...
Let's try for the air elemental again.
All right.
Ooh, yeah, yep.
Would you roll?
D20 plus 7?
Yep.
Please, dear God. Kids.
I'm sorry, what?
Kids.
You got a nat 20.
Nice. All right. So
And I have savage attacks.
So that means roll your 2d6.
12. Huh.
All right. So you are going to deal 27 damage to this thing. Because that's how I do crits. You do double the rolled... You do double the max... No, sorry. You do your roll damage plus the max roll damage.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, you deal 27 acid damage to this air elemental, and it screams out in a language you don't understand.
Of course not.
Sarathiel is up, and I'm going to need a death saving throw. And Yastin saw you fall, and she screams, Sarathiel! That's not
her voice.
No.
Oh.
Why is everyone Scottish?
I don't know. She screams
Harry,
out
that's
your
why.
She screams out your name, and Zahn, Fitzwilliam, and Calcifer, you see her like redouble her efforts at the tier. Anyway, death saving throw.
For real.
15, that's a success, right?
Yes, one success.
Woo.
Calcifer.
Just gonna make sure I'm understanding this right. Sarathiel can't take any more damage, right?
That is correct. Things will not attack her, but she is dying.
All right.
She's not stable, basically.
How's or can I tell how Mr. Shadow Demon's doing?
Shadow Demon looks pretty solid. It doesn't look like you've done a whole lot to it.
And
Then I'm going to cast Shatter.
Shatter? Okay.
Shatter.
What kind of damage is that?
That's lightning damage.
Nice. Okay.
I'm going to hit everything within a 10-foot radius of a point that I designate, and I've already been playing with measurements. I can get 10 foot on both of them without hitting Yastin.
All right. And is that a con save for me?
It is a con save.
All right. The Shadow Demon is going to take double damage because it just rolled a crit fail.
Okay. And the air elemental?
Give me 1 second. I need to look up its stats. I have to flip through between these.
That's fine.
So. That's a 7, so I believe that fails too.
Yes. I'm going to channel Divinity, and they're taking They're taking 3 d8s of lightning damage.
So 24. So you're going to hit this Shadow Demon for 48 damage.
woo.
All right. The Shadow Demon looks significantly worse than it did previously, and it's kind of shuddering and you know, coming in and out of vision, basically. Now, after seeing Sarathiel fall, Yastin has been pouring as much energy as she can into what she's doing. And all of you feel and kind of see this room contract and expand, and you feel yourselves begin to get pulled through space. And as this is happening, you see the Shadow Demon and the Air Elemental get torn apart by whatever magical energy is going on. And you see the tower room disappear around you. And things kind of blur past you, and you can't really tell where you are, what's going on. Just that this energy is passing through you and pulling you along with it. And when you finally stop moving, you find yourselves in a dark, abandoned temple. And Sarathiel is still unconscious on the floor, and lying next to her is Yastin, who is also unconscious.
When couples sleep together, how cute.
Did she just portkey us?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, she did. That's my girlfriend! Look at her!
So,
I mean, are you official?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know.
Sounds like a conversation you should have with her.
the first thing you notice as you look around this temple is you can see openings in the walls of this temple, doorways and windows and whatnot, and how every opening you see trees as tall as this temple, and you can see their branches and you can see the tops of a few of them. Second, you notice Zahn is not with you. He was not pulled along with this magic. You're not certain why, just that he is not here. Xavier is. Xavier did come with you.
Okay.
You also notice that Yasin is breathing. She's not dead, she's just unconscious. And you see, lastly, an elf with unusually pale skin has her bow drawn at you.
Fitzwilliam says hi.
Who are you and where have you come from?
Have you heard of Thaneland? Because I have no idea where we are.
I don't know. Do I know about Thaneland?
Yeah, you've heard of it. Like, you know Thaneland. You know that's where the Thanish come from. You know there were a couple of empires, and they're pretty big into magic. You also know that you were in the heart of the Dueldian forest.
Oh, excellent. You're a long way from Thaneland.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what happened, but we were there like 5 seconds ago.
So how did you make it here?
I mean, I don't know exactly what happened, so...
I do want to resolve the fact that Sarathiel is dying, so why don't you roll your last checks?
Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
As she does this, I say, hey, she's kind of dying here. Do you think maybe we could save the bow pointing for later?
I guess I'll look around and actually confirm that there are females on the floor and one appears to be in particularly bad shape. So yes. I'll put the bow up for now.
You also see, as you're doing that the elf on the floor has a very beautiful black bow on her back.
Oh, should I be mean?
I'm gonna give it to you anyway, so...
Well, at least I could be polite about it.
As she's trying to figure out what she wants to do, Calcifer gets up, walks over and touches Sarathiel and casts Spare the Dying.
Sarathiel, you are stabilized. Calcifer?
Also then cast something else.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
I'm just going to go ahead and cast Prayer of Healing.
Alright. How much is she healed for?
2 HP. I'll do it, plus my spell casting.
Okay.
Are you echoing from your computer, or is Megan's... Megan, are you listening to this out loud?
I think Megan's mic is picking him up.
Oh, my bad. Let me try this. I'll try a different angle.
Okay. And Calcifer, how much is Sarathiel healed for?
Are you talking out loud or to us?
I'm talking to you. Where's that at? Spellcasting modifier?
That's going to be Wisdom plus Proficiency.
14.
Okay, so Sarathiel, you kind of like take this big inhale as you snap back to consciousness, And you realize very, very quickly you are not in the tower. You are lying on a rough wooden floor in, well, the ceiling looks like a temple, if you had to guess.
I missed the number. How many hit points do I have?
14.
Okay, thank you.
You also notice, Sarathiel, as you kind of sit up and grab hold of your staff to kind of steady yourself, your staff is practically leaping out of your hands with energy. It's humming, and it's got... So you know this staff kind of has a heartbeat of its own, and this heartbeat is thundering, and you assume out of excitement, not out of fear or anything like that. It seems, well, if a staff could seem happy, that's what you would call this.
I kind of pet it absentmindedly.
You also notice as you sit up that an unusually pale elf is standing with you, and Zahn is missing.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Hi. What's going on?
You almost died.
Oh yeah, you also notice that Yastin's unconscious on the floor next to you.
Justin! And Sarathiel kind of rolls over so she can check that Yastin's
Use
breathing.
your medicine check. The way we woke up the guys in the water.
Do a medicine check.
Okay. I'm probably not going to slap Yastin though. That's a 22.
Alright. You realize...
Gently awaken her with a kiss.
You realize quickly that Yastin is in a coma. You don't know specifically why, but you suspect that whatever she was doing with that diamond teardrop put her in this coma. How and or when she might wake up, you really don't know.
Now, is this a coma that is suspended animation, or is this a coma where she needs, intravenous food?
Sarathiel would know that this is a coma of having expended far too much energy, and her body is just trying to cope with the fact that it simply does not have enough energy to do much of anything other than barely keep herself alive.
Okay, so short term in general. Got it.
Yeah, Sarathiel suspects as much anyway.
I kind of relay that to everyone else.
Okay.
So Solis is going to pipe up. One is a healer in the group or has any healing tendencies. Being that we're in the heart of the Dweldian forest, I think here might be a good place to find them.
I mean, is this something that healing is going to help Dre, or is this more she just needs to sleep for 3 days?
Or
with
weeks.
that medicine check, you know that this isn't harm or damage induced, and you don't know of a way to just pour energy into her. She just needs to recover.
All right, call lightning.
Don't play. I have ability. I can call lightning.
So do I.
Oh yeah, I forgot you stole that.
Yeah. I do, as you guys are looking around this temple, you're kind of getting your bearings and figuring things out. I want, well, first of all, you guys see kind of carved motifs around the top of this temple. And I want religion checks to figure out what those are.
I rolled a 6 with my modifier is a 7.
Okay.
16.
All right.
Solis rolled a 17.
Okay.
Cleric rolled a 20.
All right. So Calcifer, Solace, and Sarathiel, you look at these and you realize that these panels, these motifs depict the creation of the elves by Beliak when he was the god of art and determination, and it shows him in the Rift War, or what you suspect would be the war between the gods, and it shows him becoming the god of death, and it shows him kind of rising and becoming this new figure. It shows the foundation of a sect of elves that worship Beliak as the god of death, and you see in every one of these motifs, he's seen next to his twin sister, Luliander, who is always depicted sowing chaos in the world and changing the fates of mortals on a whim. You see that the final motifs show the collapse of the Hall of the Dead as Beliak disappears into some unknown place. But yes, so that's what you guys see. And Fitzwilliam, I want a perception check, since they're busy looking at the pretty pictures carved into the temple.
Sure, that's a nat 20.
All right. Above them, since you're not paying any attention to the pictures, you see, high up at the center of the ceiling, a teardrop about the size of a pear that looks remarkably similar to the one you saw at the top of the tower.
Almost like it could be a corresponding one.
This one is not glowing, and this one appears to be made out of ruby.
Okay, I ask, well, first off, could I get your name?
If I can remember my name. My name is Solace Galanadel. You can call me Solace.
Okay, so Solace. First off, my name is Fitzwilliam. Do you know what that giant ruby tear is up there? Because I think it might have something to do with how we got here.
Roll intelligence.
Me or her?
Her. Solace. To try and remember if you know what this is.
That's a 15.
All right. You've heard stories dating back to the Second Empire that talk about this as something called the planar mirror. It's supposed to be a relic or an artifact of the First Empire, but you don't know what it does or how it got here, just that it's been here for a very, very long time.
All right. Well, I've heard stories that this is the planar mirror, and it dates from the First Empire. It's been here as long as anyone can remember. However, I do not know.
Okay, so it sounds like we just kind of fell through the looking glass then.
Nice.
How very wonderland of you.
So, what do you guys want to do? You've got an unconscious Yastin.
Great question.
Do we make a skid and drag her wherever we go?
There's nothing in the temple that you could use for the moment. I mean, around the temple you see 3 stone slabs.
Are we in the forest?
What?
Aren't we in the forest?
Yes, but you don't know how high up you are right now, just that you're in a temple. And you see what you first mistake for stone slabs, but then realize they're actually ironwood slabs grown out of the floor of this temple. One of them has very old, dried out, and kind of turning to dust dragon scales on it, which seems very strange to you, but, you know. But you can go over to one of the windows or doors and look out if you want to do that. Side note. While all of this is happening, Xavier is like clinging onto your armor, and you hear Xavier saying, "What the fuck just happened?" Thanks for listening to this episode of A Conspiracy of Gods. If you're looking for more episodes, you can go ahead and check out the other videos on this channel or the playlist, which contains all of the episodes thus far. And remember to please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content and want to see some more of it. If you're looking for more information about the world, any maps, anything of that nature, go ahead and check out aconspiracyofgods.weebly.com. And, as always, thanks for listening.